marry you. After what's happened today. After everything you've done to me.
Yeah, Karen, I'm begging you. Marry me.
This is supposed to be the most special day of my life, and it's been the worst, and that's down to you and that stupid cow that you went with.
Yeah, and I told you why you'd left. You were living with another bloke. Tracy meant nothing to me. She didn't then, she doesn't now, she never has. It was a one-off, it didn't mean anything. That's the truth.
Why didn't you just tell me about it? Why would you let me in for what happened today? Can't you understand how I felt when that woman came in and smashed up the wedding? It turned my world upside down, and it has ruined everything I believed in about me and you. You've just humiliated me in front of all my friends. You could have just stopped that from happening and just told me.
I was hoping that you didn't have to find out. Because I knew how much it had hurt you. And if you don't believe anything else, Karen, please, I'm asking you, believe this. I have always tried to stop you from being hurt.
Yeah, you tried. I do believe that. But you have failed.
And I'm sorry, but I love you. And I always will. And I think you still love me.
Yeah, what I'm saying, you see, Squire, is that wedding photos are my living. I mean, you tell the happy couple, even if the wedding's off, they still want a nice set of pictures recording the happy event. Like, you know, the date we didn't get married.
Liz, can I have a word? I just want to assure you that Deirdre and I were as surprised as everybody else at Tracy's intervention.
Not as surprised as Karen or Steve.
No, of course not. But the point I'm making is it was a shock to us too.
Are you trying to tell me that you and Deirdre didn't know what she was up to? Because I don't believe you, Ken.
We accepted what she told us, that Roy Cropper was the father.
It makes no odds now what you knew and what you didn't. But I know that your daughter did her nasty best to wreck my Steve's wedding and his life. Do you know, I'm surprised you're still here because you and your family are not wanted. Not after what Tracy's done.
It's just such a mess, Steve. Why did you have to go and do it on your own doorstep? What's life going to be like if we get married, eh? That baby. Your baby growing up across the road.
I'm not saying it'd be easy.
No, it'd be hopeless.
But we'd cope.
No, you might be able to. What about me? Every time I saw that kid, it'd be like a knife through me.
Well, then we can move away, get a new home.
It isn't just where we live, Steve. It's where I work. It's where you've got your business.
But together we could get through this, Karen. Together me and you can get through anything. I need you, Karen. I love you. I just wish you'd believe me.
I do believe you. I don't want Tracy Barlow to split us up because then she'll have won.
Then let's not give her the satisfaction, but that's not important right now. What's important is you and me. Us. So I'm asking you. And I want the truth. The real truth. Do you still love me?
Yes, I do. But help me.
Then that's all that matters. So, let's do what we came here to do. Let's get married.
I'm just so unhappy, Mum. I love Steve. I wanted him.
Yeah, well, you can forget that. There's no chance of that, even if there ever was.
Yeah, I know that now. I understand that. But I have got to get my baby back. You will help me, won't you?
I've told you I will.
There you are. I've been looking all over.
Listen, Ken, I think we ought to get Tracy home. You go back to the reception if you want.
Not a good idea. The name of Barlow is neither popular nor welcome right now. Come on, let's go home. We've a lot to talk about.
look so right with her, Roy. You make a wonderful father.
I'm not, though. I wanted to be her father. I thought I was her father. And that was a wonderful feeling. But Tracy Barlow's taken that away from me.
But like you said, she might be lying. You can't believe a word she says. Little patience. She might be a little girl after all.
I don't think so. When Tracy said what she said about who the father was, I don't know why exactly, and I don't know how, but somehow I knew that it was the truth.
The truth is, that child needs love and a proper home and people who do anything at all for her. And that's us. It's not Tracy.
Oh, I know. I mean, don't misunderstand me, Kaylee. I still want her just as much as you do.
But then we've got to fight for her. You've got rights in law. I mean, your patient's his daddy, legally, I mean. It says so on a birth certificate, name of father, Roy Cropper. Nobody could be a better father to her than you are.
Oh, I know. But it's going to be hard.
Oh, we've got to fight. If we want to keep little Patience. And I know I do.
So do I. More than anything in the world.
Well, I think if you had any friends left round here, Tracy, they won't be your friends after today.
Ken, don't get on at her.
Don't get on at her. After what she's done today, you think there's nothing to say?
I think there's plenty to say, but...
The understatement of the decade. She's wrecked a wedding day, wrecked a marriage too, I shouldn't wonder. Broken Roy Cropper's heart, if I'm any judge. I saw his face when Tracy dropped the little bombshell. The man was totally destroyed.
Well, I am sorry. No, I really am. I didn't go there to hurt anybody. I
I
just
think
went...
you knew exactly what you were doing. Because as far as I can see, hurting people is the one thing that you do really well. You're a black belt at hurting people.
Ken, just ease up on her, will you? She's just had a baby. Her emotions are all over the place, and she needs our help. She's just told you she wants the baby back.
Yes, well, there's been far too much of what Tracy wants. It's high time she showed a bit of consideration for other people.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's thinking about the baby. She knows she was wrong to give her to the Croppers, and now she wants her back. And I agree with her, because I know what she's going through. And I know that that baby should be with her mother. So, I'm gonna help her. And you ought to help as well, Ken. Because this is our grandchild we're talking about.
Are you all right, love? What's going on? What's happening?
Do you want to tell him, or shall I?
No, you tell him.
We've decided to go through with the wedding. Oh, good for you.
Oh, I'm happy for you. I know he cares about you. I know you two are meant for each other, despite what he did. You both sure about this?
I'm sure enough for the two of us.
Come on. Right.
Is this just another one of your whims, Tracy? Target for today, get the baby back off the Croppers. This time next week, the baby's hard work, tell them they can take it away again.
No. I don't blame you for not trusting me. But I swear to you, I am not playing games. I have to have my baby. That is one thing I know for sure. I can't bear to lose her.
I can't help feeling for Roy and Hayley. But you're right. As you say, we're talking about our granddaughter. All right, Tracy, I'm convinced. I'm with you 100%. We'll get your baby back.
Oh, sorry to have kept you hanging about. Anyway, thing is, we want to carry on with the wedding.
I see.
I suppose we'll have to start from the top again.
Well, it's not quite as simple as that, is it? This is a religious ceremony, after all. And in all conscience, we have to get things very, very clear.
Well, what do you mean? What kind of things?
You are preparing to make certain vows to each other. And I have to be sure that you are sincere when you make them. because of what happened earlier. Do you still feel ready to make a strong and abiding commitment?
Oh, definitely.
We want to make this a good marriage. For keeps.
We love each other.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
A women's football team? You're having me on.
No. Lots of women play football, including me. I'm rather good. I'd just really love to get a five-a-side team going at work, you know, raise a bit of money for charity maybe, have some fun. How's about it, Fizz? I'm not going to ask again.
All right. If it'll stop you banging on about it.
How about you, Janice?
Me? Oh, go on then. If it's for charity, I'll make a fool of myself. I'm getting a beer.
The vows which you are about to take are to be made in the presence of God, who is judge of all and who knows all the secrets of our hearts. Therefore, if either of you know of any reason why you should not lawfully be married, you must declare it now. Stephen James, will you take Karen to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Karen, will you take Stephen James to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
I've known Tracy Barlow all her life, ever since she was a baby. She was a lovely little girl. Whatever's turned her into a marriage wrecker, I'll never know.
What the hell do you see in her, Dev? Must have been serious if you were living together.
Darling, I've already told you Tracy Barlow is not the kind of woman that you marry.
So what sort do you marry?
Well, since you're asking your sort, I suppose I'll just get some drinks. Tom? Bar?
I, Stephen, take you, Karen.
I, Stephen, take you, Karen.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death us do part.
Till death us do part.
I'm a professional, and a photographer knows about good-looking women. You have got great bones.
And what do you want to do? Jump about on them?
I can get you exposure, modelling, page 3 even. You come to my place, I'll do you a full portfolio of glamour shots, no charge.
I don't think so, Andrew.
Arthur. Kate Moss, right? I discovered her. You can do what she did.
Not with you, though, eh?
Hey, I'll chuck in your passport photographs free of charge. I can't say fairer than that.
In the presence of God and before this congregation, Stephen and Karen have given their consent and made their marriage vows to each other. They have declared the marriage by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of a ring. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife. Those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder.
Can I have a little bit of hush, please?
Don't keep harping on love.
Thank you. Now, I know we've had a few problems today, but I'm very pleased to say, could you now please welcome Mr. and Mrs. MacDonald?
Did he say Mr. and Mrs.?
They are married!
Right. Well, we can all start celebrating now. Oh, I see you've already started without me. It's all right, let me at it.
No, let's do the photos first before you start boothing.
Best do what the missus tells you, Steve.
Yeah. All right then, Squire, when you're ready.
Ready and waiting. All present and correct. Who's on my camera? Ah, here we are.
Mind the dress.
No shoving. Right, stand back, let the dog see the rabbit. Yeah.
I want my bridesmaids Have you picky outside of me? I mean, paid for the view, haven't we?
Hey, Karen, I'm really pleased for you.
Oh, me too, all. Thanks, girls. Right, well, where's my bridesmaid? Has she gone?
Yeah, she went with Roy and the baby. They just wanted to get out of here quick.
Come on. Come on. I haven't got me go. Don't mind, Johnny, it's all right.
Tracy Barlow was speaking the truth, and I believe she was. You realise what else this means, Hayley?
No, I'm not sure what you're getting at.
It means I never had relations with her.
Well, I never believed you did. At least not until we found out she was pregnant.
Well, I believed her. When she swore that's what had happened, I believed her. And it all but killed our relationship. And I hated myself for betraying you and the trust you had of me. And I all but killed myself. All this misery, Hayley, because of that woman's lies.
I think she's evil, Roy. I really do.
She seems incapable of being happy and unable to bear the sight of happiness in others. I mean, perhaps she can't help being the way she is.
Well, she can help it. She doesn't have to do these terrible things. No, if you ask me, she actually enjoys inflicting pain on people.
I expect you're right, but either way, I don't believe she's the sort of person that should be bringing up a baby.
No. You have to keep little patience, Roy. You have to.
Now, I know this is all in the wrong order, if you believe those wedding books on etiquette. But, as you all know, there's been a slight problem. And we're running a bit late. But in a few minutes, me and my beautiful bride will be going off on our honeymoon.
Hey, you don't want to miss that, mate. That's the best part of the wedding.
Shut up!
Thank you, Kirk. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. And secondly, we'd like to apologise for disappearing like we did and neglecting you. But it had to be done because I was on the verge of losing Karen. And if I had, then I'd have lost everything. See, that's how I feel about her. And I can almost hear Kirk thinking, you soppy get. Stood up here in front of all these people, saying how much I care about her, saying how much I love her. And at one point, I'd have agreed with you, mate. But not anymore. Now I see different. Thanks, babe. I know I don't deserve you. But from now on, I'm never going to stop loving you.
I'm going to say something as well. I know brides aren't meant to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right, I'm not very good at speaking.
Oh, you are? We can never shut you up.
No, you know what I mean. Okay, well, today's been one hell of a day, and it's not really the day that I dreamt about or thought about or talked about, because I know I've drove some of my mates half mad going on about how this wedding's going to be out of this world, and, well, it was certainly that, not in the way that I expected. Hey, but you know what, right? I found something out. That all this fancy stuff, you know, posh place, posh trappings, well, it just took me out. Cost you a bomb, did it, babe? Let me find that out. No, what really matters is me and Steve making a promise and keeping it. Through good times and bad, till death do us part. And, well, that's what we're gonna do.
Happy, darling. You should be. You've got a lovely lad despite everything.
Yeah, I know. Listen, don't you worry about a thing here and forget about you-know-who. Just go off and enjoy your honeymoon.
Well, what for the want of trying?
I'll stick around until you get back.
Okay. Thank you. Please, all for the happy couple, clear out the road. Have you the carriage, please? Happy smiles, remember. Hold it. That's lovely.
Steve, do something. I can't. I've got a taxi waiting at the end of the drive and we've got a plane to catch. Come on.
You know, it's just dawned on me. We haven't actually eaten since breakfast. Have you had anything, Tracy?
No, but I'm not hungry.
Oh, you must eat, Tracy.
Look, I think we should go to the croppers now and get my baby back. I mean, what are we waiting for?
Hang on. Just think about that for a second. Now, the croppers have had a terrible shock today, and my guess is that right now they're trying to come to terms with it. So I suggest we let them sleep on it, and then by tomorrow they'll be in a much more reasonable state of mind.
I think your dad's right, Tracy. We'll get your baby back, but we'll do it without a shouting match.
I think that would be the kindest thing to do.
Who to? Not me.
To everybody, including you, Tracy. Now, come on, let's have something to eat. You need to eat to build your strength, though. Now you're going to have a baby to look after.
Ah, right, what do you fancy? I think there's some sausages in the fridge.
Well, we seem to be all right for eggs, but I think our cook is all some omelettes.
Sounds good to me.
Right, how does an omelette go?
I want my baby! Give me my baby back!
Right. Shut the curtains. She might go away.
If we do that, she'll know we're here.
I want her!
Don't do this, Look, we'll get your baby back, but not this way.
Mum, I just want her!
I know you do, love.
We'll get her in the morning. We'll get her in the morning.
I'll be back, Cropper! You can't keep her!